and make these mistakes, they could be the
Here's some tips if you want to join a VTuber agency. First, have an established audience. Some companies only bother looking at people who already have YouTube channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which doesn't really seem to be working out that well for them. Anyway, if that's the case, it's probably over and they won't even look at the video. Sorry, buddy. Next, the intro video is important, but only the first 10 seconds. It's not about showing off talents. You just have to catch their attention. A video can and should be as short as 2 minutes. Do not use that embarrassing...
I don't know. I guess it's not the same for every company, but like the 10 seconds, the first 10 seconds like are the most important, right? But then there's also like if you can sing, you definitely want that in the video. And then if there's other stuff, like if you can do other stuff and you can show that in the video, it might give you an edge over somebody else. Like if you can like play the guitar or whatever, you know, like that's
VTuber self-introduction song thing. They hate that. I know they hate it because they've told me that they hate it. Just don't do it. Last, if you make it to the contract...
I never even thought about using the VTuber self-intro song as like a thing for audition videos. I guess I can like imagine the thought process behind it, but I ain't a big fan of that song as well. I feel like it doesn't give you much room to show your personality. So it makes sense not to use it. It's more of like a Q&A. It's only really relevant for people that like already know you and already like you. What's the VTuber intro song? It's like, VTuber! Da-da-da-da! VTuber! And then it's like, Onaimawa! And you go, Pipkin Pippa! And then it keeps going and it's like, what's your age? What's your gender? What's your Oshi mark? What do you like to do? Jinko shoukai. You know, VTuber! Jinko shoukai. Onaimawa! Pipkin Pippa! Da-da-da-da! You know, it keeps going, keeps going.
Phase, please get a lawyer. Do not worry about scaring them off. Nobody is ever smart enough to bring a lawyer to protect them. Here's some tips if you want to join a
to look over your contract.
VTuber agency. First, have an established...
Do VTuber contracts even matter? Like, I know that sounds bad, but like, look at like how people... How do I say this? Basically, there's a lot of evidence for people kind of just disregarding their legal contracts, and it doesn't really matter, you know? Because a lot of these VTuber companies are in another country, and for them to actually like pursue legal action is just so expensive and unlikely to happen that it's like, yeah, like your contract matters like to some extent, but has any company ever actually successfully enforced their contract? Have you even read your contract? I have. I think I'm one of the few people that like sat down and was like, yeah, yeah, I would love to go over everything. But phaseconnect is a company where they offer, they're like, okay, like let's go over everything in your contract so you understand. And then when contract negotiations come back up, it's okay, well, let's look at all the changes that have been made to the contract. You know? They do the enforce that we can fire you as we wish part. They do that. But